How's it going, everybody? This is Steve from Excelsior Movie Reviews. I decided to get on here and kind of a couple hours ago. Just decided to come on and because I couldn't make it on last night, and decided to do the digital code giveaway tonight. So this is usually I do this on Saturday, and I decided just to do it tonight. But hey, Steve, how you doing? Yeah, so I have three movies. One is Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, Sinners, and F1. So, and there were some people that, for whatever reason, they said, I want to sign up for both. I said, well, there's actually three here. So I guess I tried to message them back, and I just put them on the Mission Impossible list because I had no idea. I can't wait for people just to reply back to me. But so I thought, yeah, I guess if they don't want the code, they can give it to somebody else. But hopefully we'll actually get a winner and somebody that will message me back on on YouTube and maybe on Instagram under Excelsior Movie Reviews. But if you don't have Instagram, I guess we could try to go through like YouTube, like a Facebook Messenger or something like that, and some way that way. Like I said, the person that won Mission Impossible like 3 weeks ago never got back with me. So it's like it's hard. I can't track somebody else down so I can give them a digital code if they're not going to reply back to me. I have no idea what they're doing on YouTube if they can't see messages coming through, why they wouldn't reply back. So, oh well, it's to go the extra mile to give codes away, I guess. But so I'm going to go ahead and get to Mission Impossible. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. Go ahead and get that one done. Let's see. So I got my list here. So Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is G. Actually had 23 people signed up for Mission Impossible, and then the same people, 14 people signed up for Sinners, and the same 14 people signed up for F1. So we'll just go by that. Go by what I have on the list here, but hopefully I can get three new winners tonight and get these codes to you tonight or by tomorrow. Like I said, I'll give like 2 weeks for a person to claim the code, and if they don't, then I'll have to start the wheel up again and do it again later, just because I was like, usually people sign up, they usually claim their code within 4 or 5 days after doing the live stream and showing the wheel. So it's like, if they can't do that, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, share screen. All right, there's my wheel. So like I said, I'll go ahead and do Mission Impossible first. So there's 23 people that signed up for that. Get rid of this. Okay. So good luck to everybody. Hopefully I actually can give this code away tonight or tomorrow or something, sometime shortly after doing this. Let's see. Let me look at I'm looking at myself on YouTube here. I want to make sure I have the right. Okay, so I messed this up last time where I didn't have where I didn't have the full screen. So I just changed that up. All right, so there's there's the wheel. Like I said, 23 people signed up for Mission Impossible. So hopefully we can get an actual winner for this one tonight. And so yeah. Let's see, Vic. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Give them 3 days. Yeah, it's like I'm desperately trying to give these codes away to somebody. Like, please claim it. I don't. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I want to get rid of the code. So please claim it. Yeah, just make sure okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the wheel here. Like I said, 23 people signed up for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to spin the wheel, and good luck to everybody. Hopefully, maybe somebody that's right now in the chat, maybe they'll claim the code because I desperately want to get rid of the code. I think it's a fun movie overall. It's way too long, way too many cast members, but it's fun, exciting. All right, so I'm going to spin the wheel and see what happens on Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Good luck to everybody, and let's give it a spin here. All right, let's see what happens. Cat Daddy. Wow, Cat Daddy won. Well, congratulations. I'm not sure if Cat Daddy's ever won before. All right, so congratulations to you. Hopefully, I'll message you on YouTube and I'll let you know that you won. And then hopefully you can contact me on Instagram, and I can get the code to you tonight. So, all right. Like I said, we got somebody. I think somebody maybe new, or Cat Daddy may have won once a while back, but it's been a while. So, congratulations! I got you marked on my list for Mission Possible. And go back to the chat here. Yep. How's it going, Hal? Cleveland, yeah. Wow. Thank you for joining me tonight. I like I said, I gave less than like an hour's notice, so thought I'd jump on here tonight. Unfortunately, the Colts lost today to Kansas City in overtime. Their offense was not so great in the second half with like one field goal. I guess you deserve to lose when you can't do that. And Kansas City pushed it to overtime, and so how it goes. Next week they have they have the Texans next week, Houston Texans. So all right, so I'm gonna go back to the wheel. Like I said, move this up. Go to the file. Open. Oh. All right, let's do F1 next. Got F1 right here. I said 14 people signed up for this one. Let's see. This one's new. Hopefully somebody that's in the chat right now will win this one. Just if you signed up for it. Like I said 14 people. Give it a spin, see what happens on it. Very exciting. Good luck to everybody, and let's see what happens. Wow. Sidor, I think Sidor. I think this might be a new winner. Congratulations, you've won the F1 digital code. I think this might be a new winner. I can't recall this person ever winning before. So congratulations. I like having new winners. That's for F1. Close that. Go back to the chat. Which one was our? You talking about the F1 or Mission the Final Reckoning? Final Reckoning is way too long. It's like was it like almost like 3 hours, like 2 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. 2 hours and 45 minutes. I enjoyed it. I've watched it several times with I think the villain. It's a Si. I think his name is. He's kind of very cartoonish type of a character, but I liked him. It's just he just plays this kind of a deviant kind of villain, but I guess that's the way that the director wanted to be played. It was really, yeah, Kansas City. Okay, Kansas City. Yeah. I know what you mean now. Yeah, I actually went and saw. I watched like the first half and listened to some of it on the radio at like the start of the third quarter, and then I went and saw Sisu 2 or the sequel to Sisu, which I like that movie. Was the original I thought was good, and the sequel was had moments. It definitely had some great action in it, but just over the top, just crazy action. But this second one was much slower, just not as exciting. I would never felt like I wanted to see the first one or never wanted to own the first one. So the same one with this. It's like they're both one-time watches for me. Yeah, and New England actually won in Cincinnati. They were struggling earlier in that game, and then so they have the best record now, I think, in the AFC with Drake May. Like he's pretty solid. I think he needs more receivers to throw to, but I thought he's for what was it like the second year in the league. I thought he's pretty strong as a starting quarterback. So, so New England had Tom Brady for years, and now they have this guy. So he's looks like he's getting better, and I think next year he'll be even stronger. Maybe he'll do something in the playoffs too. Who knows? But hopefully the Colts will, if they play, hopefully they'll be able to host the game. But at this point, the Colts just I think they actually play. I think they play New England this year because I think they play in that division. They played Miami, and so I think they do have New England. I'm not sure. It's probably at New England. So all right, so I'm going to change the wheel to go up here. Go to centers. Okay, centers open. Like I said, I also had 14 people sign up for this one. So good luck to everybody that signed up for centers. Let's see what happened on this one. Centers here. All right, I'm gonna spin the wheel and good luck, everybody. Let's see. Well, it's my new Destroyer. Wow, Destroyer. It's biggest person's won before, but it's been quite a while too. It looked like it was going to be the one just to the right of it here, but just barely clicked over to get to Destroyer. So it's one of my favorite Kiss albums, Kiss Destroyer. So yeah, congratulations. Like I said, I'll contact all three winners tonight. Thank everybody for playing. Like I said, try to let the wheel determine the winner, but I'm going to go back to myself here. Yeah. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Yeah. I saw it. Quentin Tarantino and I think Uma Thurman were at the premiere for that movie, and I think it's in Los Angeles. So is it like the whole? I assume it's like was it like what's like 4 hours, 4.5 hours or so to watch the whole film, or is there? I think there might be like added footage or something to it. Yeah, congratulations. 4.5 hours. Wow. I'm sure there's an intermission in there too. So wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool though to see them. I saw both of them in the theater originally, so I don't know if I would check it out again, but never know though. It might be like is it like a Fathom events or something? It might be like a limited showing. Yeah, extra scenes, but I think it's more animated parts. Okay. Yeah, I thought that movie gets so bloody, it goes to like black and white. It gets so bloody in there. Yeah, like a double. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen Wicked for Good. I saw it yesterday with my sister and two nieces and one of their friends in the neighborhood. My nephew couldn't go. He originally got a ticket for my nephew, and he couldn't go. It's like I have some issues with that movie. Like, it's like I guess it's based on the Broadway musical, but I just have issues with I guess they're not worried about continuity with the original Wizard of Oz. So I don't know. I saw the first one in theater. This one I actually saw this one in the same theater that I saw the other one, Wicked movie. I just thought there's way more music in this. It's like 30 minutes shorter, but somehow more music. It's like I would enjoy those movies more if they didn't have music in them. Fandango had them. Yeah, Cinemark. We have like one Cinemark in near Indianapolis or the south side of Indianapolis. Like there aren't any other locations anywhere in the city. It used to be that where the Cinemark is. It used to be like a Movies 8, like where like the dollar theater back in the day, which we don't have anymore because of streaming. I probably won't do a live stream this week, but I may be on Mega Mike's channel for we're doing like a Friendsgiving. It might pop on there for a little while. I think last year it was on like an hour that we were on, but that's on Tuesday night, so I might pop in there Tuesday night. The problem is that the those live streams are so late. It's like they it's 9 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock in Los Angeles where Mike lives, and it's just that you're out there so late. Especially a lot of times those live streams they'll go till for 2 hours. It's like it's 11 o'clock my time. It's like it's kind of really too late, and it's kind of takes the fun out of it for me. But a lot of people that live like closer to the West Coast, or it's fine with them. It's a lot of work on my side, but yeah, it's a. So anybody see any good movies recently or anything? Had anybody collected anything in the Criterion Collection from Barnes and Noble or anything like that? So, yeah, it's like I'm sorry. I was hoping it would be somebody that's actually in the chat would actually win. It's like unfortunately I can't stop the wheel from having people win. It's like I have to let the wheel decide it. But yeah, that's thank you for signing up though. It's it's always fun to win though. See your name pop up on the screen, all that. It's random but fun. Dutch, I think I saw it years ago. Um, is that is that Ed from all the? Let's see. Let me look it up. I think I've seen that before, but I think I've seen it. Dutch. Film. Yeah. Ed O'Neill. Yeah. I saw something today. It was like it was from In Living Color, and they were doing like a TV show. It had the main the like the oldest brother, Wayne's brother, and they were doing like a your mama jokes with Ed Harris, and he's sitting on like a like an easy chair or something like that, and it's supposed to be like his throne, and they're the other guy was trying to he was trying to like win, I guess, win the throne, I guess, and so I don't know. It's like I couldn't believe that. It must have been like in the early '90s. Um, it's not Marlon Wayans; it's the other one. Color. Keenan, yeah, Keenan Ivory Wayans was. They were doing. That was a fun show back in the day with Jim Carrey. Like it was so different at the time. Fox is so different. Like Fox is only like 4 years old or so. It's really early. Yeah, David Allen Greer was on the show. Damon Wayans, Kim Wayans, Tommy Davidson's really good on that. Yeah, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Jamie Foxx, of course, is on that show. Oh, okay, yeah. The Ice Storm. I've never seen that one, but Storm. Oh, Huck's Challenge. Yeah, that one's in the Criterion Collection, and nothing I want to see again. Yeah, I've gotten, like I said, I've gotten to the point now where I've got so many of the essential movies. Unless I have something like brand new in the collection, I'll take a chance on some things, like some noir films, that kind of thing. But I've gotten to the point where, especially like foreign films, I'll go to the library and might check it out because I saw Bicycle Thieves, which I thought was a pretty good movie, but it's like I don't know if I'd really want to watch that again. It's in Italian or something, and it's a very basic story, about a bike that gets about a bicycle, and I thought it was good, but like I don't know if I'd really want to watch it again. I know it's a classic movie, but like with foreign films, it's got to be something I really want to see. I still haven't seen Kurosawa yet. This is a 3 hour film, so I haven't checked this one out yet. I know this one's in color, Kajimusha, but I want to check it out though. It was like my last Kurosawa film to collect as far as anything that's on Blu-ray or 4K. There actually, I did look it up. There actually are like 2 or 3 Kurosawa films that are actually still on DVD and still available, but I'll wait until those get Blu-ray releases before I check them out. Stargate, okay. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. Kurt Russell's great though. I watched. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Used Cars, but I saw that. I watched it on Tubi not too long, just like this past Friday. Had not seen that movie in years, and like it's just so wacky. Like it's hard to believe that I guess you see Kurt Russell do some comedies like that, but just the story's just way out there with the two twin brothers. One is like the rival car dealership, and it's just like it's got the guy from Phantom of the Paradise is like one of the salesmen on the lot, and just like how they do this crazy scenes where they have like a time limit, and the judge is gonna check out the lot and everything, and so they have this the whole thing. I don't know. It's like that's from 1980, and like you watch that and like The Jerk, Steve Martin movie, The Jerk. Like those movies just aren't as. I think Used Cars has held up much better than The Jerk has. Like The Jerk has got some funny stuff in it, but I think it's movie post Disney. Yeah, yeah. Kurt Russell. Yeah, I love the stuff he did with John Carpenter. I watched like Elvis again. I had it on DVD before the Shout Factory edition, and it's funny that the Blu-ray was released on Shout Select, like the original. It's got like the same special features as the DVD had, but then they released it on Shout Select for the Blu-ray edition. I thought the Blu-ray looked much better, but it had like the film scratches and stuff on the film, especially earlier in the movie. Most of it looked really good, except for that. I guess maybe that's just the original film was damaged, and you think they'd be able to touch it up, and when they have to do like a digital scan, they'd be able to fix that stuff. Like that's what Criterion does. They'll do a digital scan and like a 2K or 4K scan, and then they'll go in and they'll take out they'll kind of color in the parts that's really tedious. I'm sure you have to have somebody that's really dedicated to their job to do that. To be able to go in there and to fix little blemishes on the footage. That's what that's what they do. I know a lot of people say that Criterion they don't do. They may not do like an official scan. Sometimes they'll take the scan from like another boutique label. But that's what I found out when they in the movie Detour. Detour, I guess one of the guys from Criterion said that the boutique labels will work together now a lot more. Where they used to be, they'd all be in competition. With Detour, this is a great noir film. It's like 69 minutes, and this is one where if you've seen my video, I've talked about it like about the last two Criterion videos, and the it's like they had this film from like Europe, the original film, or I guess one nitrate edition of the film, and they had to go in from like 2004 to 2017. They had to take out like the subtitles are actually on the film, like imprinted on the film. They had to go in and remove the subtitles because they were in like a foreign language, and they had to take it out, and then they had to go in and kind of color in, I guess, or they had to use like maybe some film elements or something and fill it in. It's like that's dedication to try to fix the picture quality of a film. It's like and this is 1945, so to be able to go in there and make that kind of correction. This one's great though. It has the documentaries with there's a documentary. It's like an hour and 16 minutes. Has a Roger Corman, Joe Dante, Wim Wenders, as a Peter Bogdanovich. Amazing. Just and John Landis is on it. They just talk about this film, how it's kind of in the noir, years. that noir was really popular in like the black and white era. How much of an influence this movie was at the time, and just the femme fatale and all that stuff. I think Holland talked about this movie like just a big coincidence happens when the guy goes to like a gas station in the movie. But yeah, it's used cars. It's like you can check it out on Tubi if you haven't seen it before. But it's been a while since I've seen it. I wasn't even completely sure how the movie ended until I watched it again. Like I remember this now, but just some of the humor is really dark in the movie, and just what they do with the like student drivers in the movie and that kind of thing. It's just it's just strange. Like these junk cars and that might have looked nicer back in the like 1980 or so, late 70s, early 80s, but it's really junk vehicles that they're selling on this lot. But like I said, congratulations to the winners. Um, yes, this has only been on like 26 minutes, but I thought I'd just pop in here on a Sunday night just to say hello, everybody. So I really appreciate everybody checking us out tonight. Let's see. Go back to Steve's comment. See, watching ton of noir, yeah. Noir. It's like there's so many movies that I didn't even know were noir. Like when I checked them out, like some of the movies I've seen before, I always thought like maybe like Scarface might have been like noir, but it just says it's just a straight gangster movie. I need to check that out. I've never seen that one before. Chris Dillard, yeah. I think I know Chris I know a Chris Dillard. I don't know if that's the same one that a guy I used to work with. Is he in like Tennessee possibly? I don't know. This is Chris Dillard. Oh, okay. All right, this is Chris. Okay, Chris. I'm sorry. You're Chris. Right. Go. Tycho, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's like superhero slate. Like I didn't recognize your profile name, but yeah, how's it going? Like, did you? I'm sure you've seen some of the Wes Anderson movies recently. I don't know if you ever saw the Phoenician Scheme. Um, I like that movie. To me, it was more like a kind of a return to his older style. Some people thought it was predictable, him kind of making something that was, hey, yeah. Some people thought it was like just him, just kind of just rehashing his old style. I thought like the French Dispatch that I have over here. I bought the Criterion edition of French Dispatch. I had it on the DVD before, but it's French Dispatch, and I have Isle of Dogs. Like these two movies, I kind of rank them a little bit low on the Wes Anderson filmography, but it's like his earlier films I think are so great that it's hard for anything new to really top those, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people, if they've seen some of those movies first, they probably like them more. But I like Rushmore and the Royal Tenenbaums, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest Hotel is probably the most recent one that I saw. I think was like a really great one, and I'd like to check out the Phoenician Scheme again. I saw it in the theater. It's something like I know somebody the other day said they had never seen it and they bought the 4K edition of that movie, and I was like, I'm just waiting for Criterion to release it. It's like I know as soon as I buy the 4K, the Criterion's going to make an announcement and have it out sometime, probably next year, and 2026 they'll probably release it. So it's like I don't want to really buy the 4K and then have to buy it again if Criterion ever does it. Yeah, it's like I love the cast, and it's got the weird screen ratio. Um, yeah, yeah, it's like Ray Fiennes is so great in that movie. Like, there's a really funny scene with Willem Dafoe where he's chasing him on skis, if you know what I mean. It's just a wacky scene with the on snow over a cliff and everything. That's so great. But to me, that Ray Fiennes is what really makes that movie really, really outstanding. I think it's he's only done one. I think, as far as I know, he's only done one Wes Anderson movie, and he makes it so memorable. I think F. Murray Abraham is in it as well. I think he plays like I think the porter. Now he's much older. I think the young man that Ray finds is a it's basically he's the boss over this kid, and he defends this kid, and like I just love the just what Ray Fiennes his character does in the movie. That was very well written. Asteroid City I thought was decent. I thought that was kind of a Wes Anderson kind of returning back to the stuff that I love. I think he's basically lives in Europe now. So I thought the French Dispatch is definitely more of a European style film, even though it's supposed to be a newspaper in St. Louis. So, but you know, I don't really hate anything from Wes Anderson. I think the Darjeeling Limited was like the first time where I saw a movie in the theater. Usually I go to art house theaters to see his movies. I think that but that was like the first one was I was a little bit disappointed because it takes place in locate like different locations in India, and I thought they just seemed like they were just making things up as they went along, which is apparently that is a lot what they did. I'm not sure if they scouted out the locations, and I think they just found a location, and Wes Anderson said, "I think we'll film here. We'll just do it." Kind of, I don't know if it's like I'm not sure if it's like guerrilla filmmaking or not, but just seemed like it was all very improvised, and I thought it just was kind of a sloppy movie. I do like the was it the hotel, whatever the scene with Natalie Portman before that, before the actual movie, with Jason Schwartzman and her. I love that scene. I like it. It's a not technically a part of that movie, but that's probably as far as on the Criterion. That's like my favorite part to watch because it's a short film. So the you know just stuff like that. I thought I love the cast and Darjeeling Limited, but just thought the movie it just comes across as being very sloppy for Wes Anderson. It's just I don't think it kind of lived up to his standards in my opinion. But it's I own everything. I've owned Darjeeling like three times now. I had the standard DVD, and then I had the Criterion DVD. Then I upgraded it to Blu-ray. So I like the movie enough to definitely own it on the best possible quality that you can have. I don't think it's ever had a 4K release. Maybe it will. Well, actually, I guess now if you buy the Wes Anderson box set, you can get get it in 4K. So I decided I'm probably not going to upgrade any of my Blu-rays, the Wes Anderson Blu-rays to 4K. Like was that the box set? I had to look and see how much it is right now. It's pretty expensive. It's like I'd say if you don't already own those movies, definitely buy it. But if you already own it, I just don't know if they'd be really worth, in my opinion, upgrading them. But they might be depending on how big of a fan somebody is or how much money you have to spend on that kind of stuff. But I'd rather just buy other movies I haven't seen before as opposed to doing that. I'm looking up Wes Anderson on the Barnes and Noble site right now. What if they have? I see the 4K and Blu-rays here, but if they have the box set, I think the box set's like was it like $200, something like that. It's ridiculous. But I would love to see Asteroid City and Phoenician Scheme get. I'd love to see those get Blu-ray, at least Blu-ray releases or 4K films. Yeah, VHS. I've been watching some VHS. Like I have like a VHS DVD combo where it takes a HDMI cable in the back, and I checked out some of the DVD like VHS movies that I have like from years ago. A lot of them I upgraded to like Blu-ray or DVD at the time, and some of them I've never upgraded before. Like that's like some of them to me, I just felt like I'll keep the VHS copies, but I'll never upgrade them. I've never owned Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves on any other format other than VHS. So it's like, so I'm kind of fine with that. That movie just hasn't aged as well for me, in my opinion. But Kevin Costner and the little thing. And then I had I watched 8 mm, the Nicolas Cage movie. I had not seen that one in quite a while. I watched I have Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I have the Criterion Blu-ray of that, and then I also have the like VHS copy of that, and where it has like different music on it. So I watched that not too long ago, and That Thing You Do, and I have like Stigmata, some of those movies, but some of them, I have on VHS, and like it's kind of fun to put those on again. I had like the VCR that I have, like I said, it's a VCR DVD combo. It was when I first, I guess I hadn't used it in a while because I put a couple different tapes in it, and I actually ate the tape originally, and then I had to go on YouTube to find out how to fix that. Apparently, you have to clean, take the lid off and clean it, because if it's not clean in there, it can cause it to eat the tape. So once I did that and put it back in place, it hasn't eaten any of the tape since then. So Laserdisc, yeah. I only had like maybe like Goldfinger's a great movie. I only had like maybe it was on, it was on Criterion. Yeah, it's so strange what they released on Criterion on Laserdisc and have not brought those movies to the to Blu-ray or 4K. I mean, some of them are coming back now, but like Close Encounters of the Third Kind is on there. That would be like the only Spielberg movie that Criterion's ever released. It's like I would love to see that on like 4K, even though I have I think I have like it's like a 3 film edition on Blu-ray, but I'd probably buy it if Criterion were to release those. They had like John Carpenter's Halloween was on Laserdisc through Criterion, so it's like you tell people that, like, it's like there's so many movies that if the Criterion ever gets the license to those movies, they'll they'll release them again. It's like I think it's called let's see, the Long Friday. What's it called? The British movie. I don't know if I have that over here. The Long Friday. What's it called? I think I have it somewhere over here, but that movie I'd never seen before, of the Bob Hoskins, and I thought it was really great. Let me look it up here. The movie starts off one way, and then it becomes this gangster movie. It's like it's really really good. Let me look up Friday. Yeah, The Long Good Friday. This is actually, let's see, was a spine number 26. Bob Hoskins on the cover. I had never seen this movie before, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like there are like some movies you buy on Criterion, and they're like very rewatchable films. British mafia film. It's like Pierce Brosnan's is in a few scenes in the movie. Like it's strange. It has the guy that played Belloc and Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He's in it. So it has Helen Mirren's in it. Like, highly recommend this if you haven't seen it. If you like mafia films, definitely see The Long Good Friday. It's like I said, Spy Number 26. Director is John McKenzie. That's one I watched it a few times now. I watched it like twice when I bought it, and because I think it has a commentary on it as well. Watched it then, then I watched it again like maybe a couple months later. So it's like I love movies I can rewatch, and like especially Criterion. I don't like just buying movies and then never watch them once or twice and never watching them again. I've kind of tried to get back into the habit of checking all the Criterions over here, just rewatching them. It's like it makes it a lot of fun to do that. But yeah, Chris, I'm on Instagram if you want to. I don't know if you've signed up on there, but message me on there at it's under Excelsior Movie Reviews, because I'd love to definitely talk more often, and maybe let you know if I have live streams. Let's see. Let me see if I can find you on. See if we can find you on Instagram if you're on there. It's super. Yeah. So do you still live in Tennessee? No, I think it was like you moved to Kentucky, didn't you? I think somewhere in Kentucky, like Louisville, maybe. Okay, you're on here. All right, I just followed you on Instagram. So that's cool. Yeah. Must have done at the same time. Yeah. It's a good, I've got so many posts on Instagram now. I've been doing this for like maybe 4 years now. Louisville. Yeah. It's like I was thinking Tennessee originally, but I knew somewhere south of Indiana. But that's cool. So you've lived there probably for, what was that like in Tycho was like 2019 when I left there. I think you left before me. Maybe it was like 2017, 2018. So it's I'm glad you like it though. It sounds like I've never been to Louisville before, but I'm sure it's a nice city from what I've seen. Just checking out. You, 2014, really? Wow. So that must have been. It wasn't the call center because I later on I left the call center and I was like down the hall. I moved down to the other end of the hallway and worked. Wasn't on the phones anymore. When Tyco, for anybody who knows it doesn't know, it was Tyco was uh, ADT one time, and then I think it was might have been Johnson Controls. I think they bought Tyco, Johnson Controls, and then they ran it into the ground. I think, but oh yeah, definitely check out Detour. It's fun, especially if you like noir films. Definitely check it out. Like I said, it's back and forth and buying it. Yeah, like I said, it's a quick watch, easy watch. It's like 70 minutes. So it has a commentary on it. It doesn't have a ton of special features, but it does have a commentary, and I enjoyed it. It's like it's darker. I think this might be before the production code took effect because it's pretty dark. I think it's a dark film, like what with the trouble this guy gets into. So yeah, definitely maybe check it out before. I don't know. I used to see this all the time in Barnes and Noble. Maybe all depends on what how large of a selection your Barnes and Noble has. But it's I used to see it all the time in Barnes and Noble. But if you can't, either maybe check it out on BarnesandNoble.com or on Amazon, since Amazon should be matching the price as well. I encourage people definitely in July and November to buy everything you can at Barnes and Noble. But if you don't see it there, if you don't have any stores that have it, or if they don't have it online, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's just it's like I said, it's an easy watch, and it was darker than I was expecting it to be. Just the trouble that this guy gets into. Like I say, especially that documentary, I think is well worth checking that out. You see like Joe Dante and John Landis in like a limo, and they're driving through Los Angeles and kind of pointing out different scenes. I guess where there was like for like a B movies were kind of like Roger Corman type films were made like on a different. They weren't made like on a Hollywood lot. They were made like somewhere else, like in a strip center or something like that, where and they kind of visit that area. You know, so I'm glad I picked this up. But it's something I just picked up this month, and it's one that had been on my list for a long, long time. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you just want to check it out, and I encourage people, like I said, if you're kind of apprehensive about buying movies, blind buying movies, maybe check out check out the your library. Sometimes the library will have it, and like I said, I've been doing that with some foreign films just to kind of see what's out there. So, hi Stacy, how you doing? Yeah, I've been on it for a little while. I was gonna kind of end the stream here pretty soon, but we had like three winners for Sinners, F1, and Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. I did earlier. I just need a message to those winners. Just let them know. Hopefully, they'll get back to me as soon as possible so I can get rid of those codes. so, so, but yeah, thanks everybody for joining me tonight. Like I said, Chris, I'll message you on Instagram. Definitely want to keep in touch because I think I've seen your profile name not too long ago. I just didn't realize who it was, but yeah, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Like I'm gonna probably film a video on Wednesday and then show it on Friday. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. Other than I think I'll probably be on Mega Mike's channel on Tuesday night. At least pop in there for a while. Trying to give them away. Yeah, please take this code. Like I'm trying to get rid of this Mission Possible Final Reckoning. Hopefully this person will actually claim the code. Like it's a movie, it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, thanks, Holland. Happy Thanksgiving. I Switch movie. Hmm. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of those types of films in my collection. I'm not really a big fan of like Freaky Friday and those movies. I haven't seen like those two movies with the Jamie Lee Curtis. I haven't seen those movies in the theaters, so it's just not Face Off. I guess it's not really. It's more of a face switch, not body switch. But that's been years since I've seen that one. So, but yeah, I'm gonna sign off for the night, Sunday night. So, thanks everybody for joining tonight, and I'll try to do this. Like I said, maybe once every week or once every couple weeks or so. So, like I said, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm going to end the stream now, and everybody have a great one. We'll talk to you later. Have a great week in stream.